When a soldier goes to war and he dies and his family is not looked after, how do you think other soldiers feel? No, when a soldier goes and dies for the nation, then his family, his children, his wife start doing prostitution work so he can feed the family. How do you think other soldiers feel? They are discouraged. They are not going to fight hard for your nation. The best way to encourage all the soldiers and the people that are willing to become soldiers in the future or entertaining the idea is to show them that if you ever fell on the ground, on the field, on the battlefield, your family will be looked after. So in this video, you're going to see Ibrahim Traoré, president of Burkina Faso, speaking to young kids. Okay, these are small kids. Who are these kids? These kids are the children of soldiers that died at war. Burkina Faso is a country at war right now. What kind of war? War against terrorism. Many people believe that colonial power is playing a game, creating mayhem and havoc because he has lost touch with the country. They're trying to regain control of the country, but it is impossible. Ibrahim Traoré is making a speech here telling these kids not to be afraid. We are going to support you. We'll make sure you have schools and you attend for free. Matter of fact, we are building schools especially for you. Let's listen.
You should feel at home here, just as I feel at home with you. In our army, we say that it's just one family. So, wherever you are with soldiers, you are at home. So we don't see you as outsiders, but as our brothers, our children, our sisters. There is already the beginning of a solution to the problem you experienced in the past. It has been a full 10 years, indeed a complete decade, that the nation of Burkina Faso has been valiantly fighting against the pervasive threat of terrorism. The country has undeniably been through an immense amount of hardship and significant challenges, but unfortunately, the critical and pressing issue of orphans and widows had not been given much serious consideration or adequate attention. I think that since last year, specifically through the dedicated efforts of Savovic, we collectively decided to establish and create a structured organization that actively tries to meticulously register and document, to register, gradually and through platforms, all the nation's orphans and also the widows of this war.
So he's talking about widows, women that lost their husband at war. You know, it's a sacrifice, fighting for your country and giving your life for it. I mean, everybody has a life. You have a wife, you have children. Are you going to sacrifice them to go die in a war for a nation that will forget you? How many people are ready to do that? Not many people. Now, Ibrahim Traoré has done something very, very interesting. All of these women that have lost their husbands at war are receiving support from the government. And this is not Mickey Mouse support. This is real support in creating businesses, in having homes, in having things to do for themselves. He's coming to the party. In this meeting, he's talking to children, telling them that you're not alone. We are here. Your father's not maybe here. Your mom has maybe sacrificed her life for the nation, but we will not let you down.
And I hope that by then, we will be able to have an exact assessment of the situation. This is the 5th decree that has been enacted. It was not long ago. This means that there are documents that are approved in the Council of Ministers to grant you the status of national orphans. And that's what entitles you to the card you have there. So we are registering people gradually. And I believe that all the children who are currently living with disabilities or in difficulty, who have not yet been registered, will be registered and will receive their card and have access to all the services you mentioned earlier.
Okay, so you're going to have access to services from the government. All these kids that lost their parents in the war are going to have access to services from the government. This is very different. You know why I'm talking about this? Because this is very important. Not all African countries do this. Sorry. Not all African countries do this. Even those countries in Africa that try to do things that are similar to this, they found themselves being run by somebody who's going to take the money that was supposed to help widows of soldiers and their children. He uses that money for his own purposes. This is what serious looks like. This is what Africa needs.
But remember one thing. You are the pillar of this nation, you children. And you must understand that the situation we are experiencing is not a normal one, if I may say so. But you, the orphans, you must understand even better than other children why Burkina Faso is in this situation. What are we doing to get ourselves out of it? And what must we do to ensure that this situation never happens again in the future? That is why, in addition to school, you will need to receive special training.
You see what he's trying to do there? He wants to make sure, excuse me, it's going to be the last time I'm going to stop you. He wants to make sure these children understand. And why these children? Because their fathers are heroes of the nation. Now, let me tell you something. If this man is a hero, his child is probably a hero too. If he's not a hero, he's got the seed of a hero inside him. If this man is a great businessman, in many cases, his child will probably be a good businessman too. In many cases. If he's not a good businessman, he definitely has the seed of the businessman. To make things easy, instead of recruiting brand new souls, let's just speak to these kids who are already affected. These kids that need no more reason to fight hard for the nation. These kids whose fathers have sacrificed their being for the nation certainly have the things and the tools that we need to have a great nation.
Because you are the witnesses of this situation. You are the witnesses today, and you will be the witnesses tomorrow. You are in the best position to tell other children what you are experiencing, because this situation happened in Burkina Faso. That is why I said, starting in 2026, God willing, we will begin building a number of schools that will be called the nation's PP schools in order to better support you. And you will attend these schools. And for those who would like to be boarders and all, we want to provide all the necessary conditions. So, construction will begin in 2026. We don't know if the first buildings will be finished in 2026.
This is what serious looks like. This is what serious looks like. It has nothing to do with gray hair, nothing to do with aged skin. This is what serious looks like. If all black people can behave like this man, I know he's not perfect, okay? He's not 100% perfect. But with regard to this, let's go.
But the goal is to bring you together, along with other children, of course, but also to better explain the situation to you and how you should handle things so that this situation does not happen again in Burkina. Many have suffered when they lost their parents. Many continue to suffer. A related question is that people are not well received in foster families. Others are mistreated. That's why we are taking all the necessary measures to make sure you are comfortable.
So they're making sure, because they've learned that some of these kids, when their father is killed, are sent to hoster family, I think that's what you call it, a family that keeps children. And unfortunately, they've had reports that some of these kids are being mistreated in these places. It's sad. Therefore, the government is taking responsibility to build its own infrastructure to protect these kids. This is what serious looks like.
So that you can go to school for free, receive healthcare for free, and be able to travel for free. So the first steps have already been taken, and I think that as we go along, we will spare no effort to ensure that you are in ideal conditions to be able to work and also to continue until you find a job, and that the state can support you in this regard. You should be the privileged witnesses of this situation. And this training can only be done once you have been gathered in a specific area, which will be the schools of the nation's future. So prepare yourselves for this. You will be in good conditions in these schools to better learn about what Burkina Faso is experiencing. Why is Burkina Faso being attacked? Who are those who have come to attack us to the point that we have lost our brothers who are your relatives and everything? And why did this situation happen? And what must we do so that tomorrow this situation never happens again, neither to your classmates nor to your children? Because you will grow up and you too will have children. But your children must grow up in very good conditions. They must not suffer. They must not experience the situation you are living through. And that is the fight. So each and every one of us, no matter how small we are, must imagine tomorrow. When I grow up, when I have children, I will do everything so that children are not in the same conditions as I was, that I experienced. So for that, you will have to fight, and you will have to better understand the situation. And it is you who will have to teach your other classmates who do not know the situation that you know. So this is a first measure that is planned to build several schools across the country where you will be very well supported. So coming back to access to healthcare, education, and other services, I think, as I said, that this is a beginning. We are already trying through the pupil card to give you access to healthcare, education, and many services. But it's not perfect, it's ongoing. Every time we have a list ready, we will continue to enroll people. And also for the various services, we will try to make sure that you have free access to all services. That is our goal. For example, someone mentioned private schools, so I invite the minister to quickly look into what kind of agreement we can have with these private schools, so that when there are wards of the nation in a given area who do not have access to public schools, or if there is a specialty in a private school that they want to access, what agreements can we make with the school to pay for these school fees? And so that you can very easily access close to home the various services you need. The various social services as well. We are working to increase the number of social services, especially in terms of healthcare. If you notice, we are currently building many health centers. This is to bring health centers closer to the general population. But in any case, before all of this happens, madam, the minister will also look into all possible agreements we can make with private social services, possibly those in your areas where you could have access. So I am waiting for a concrete proposal on what can be done when a ward of the nation shows up somewhere, and it is not a state-run service. Presenting their card, how they can access the service, and what the state can do with that structure. Regarding the possibility of meeting again, as for the first question, I would say it's always a pleasure, okay? You will always be welcome here and we will see each other again. This won't be the first or the last time, okay? So you are welcome here and don't hesitate. If you have any concerns, pass them on through the parents and it will reach the ministry. We will see what we can do, and when the time comes, we will meet again like this. To exchange ideas, you will be welcome. We will always make time to receive you because you are heroes. You are the children of our heroes, and you are heroes of this nation. You are the true heroes because you carry deep inside you in silence the pain of a present that we are living through. And you must be the ones who guarantee with God's help the future of our homeland by explaining to others how it happened and what must be done to never fall into it again. So you will always be welcome and we will see each other again, okay? So I assure you of this. For other means of transportation, it's the same thing, the various social services as well. Transportation is part of it. That's a very good question. It's true that Sotraco is free at the moment, but when the children want to travel, maybe from one city to another, private transportation. So, Madam, the Minister will look into it. What kind of agreements can we make with the different transport companies so that you can also take the bus for free? For the various social cases that may arise, it's true, we've seen situations where, after the death of a combatant, there are inheritance issues, there are questions of compensation that divide many families, there are people who are excluded from their families and so on. You are absolutely right. But we are starting a program through certain state structures, and we have also invited private partners to join us in urban development. So there will be a lot of social housing in particular. What you may have seen on TV, social housing that we will build a bit higher up, apartment-style systems. The state will get involved so that you are also taken into account in these apartments. So that when someone and their mother are not well received in a given family, the state can find an apartment and give it to them so they can live there. So God willing, starting in 2026, construction will gradually begin so that we can provide social housing. Also for our PPs, which you are. So all these issues can be resolved, and it's just a matter of timing. This goes hand in hand with all the other issues like schools and health centers. We will do everything to have health centers and schools nearby so that you can be properly educated in these facilities and also receive medical care. So I can confidently assure you that numerous comprehensive measures are actively being taken so that in the very near future, you will experience the utmost comfort and well-being possible. And I encourage you to keep working hard so you can set an example for other children. That's what I told you. So you, at your level, must also be instructors, right? You need to be able to share your experiences and explain to other children why you must work hard, stay disciplined, behave well, and listen to your teachers in order to become excellent instructors yourselves tomorrow. So I'm counting on you to be disciplined, and I can see that you are already very disciplined, as if you had a bit of military training before coming here. That's what was done. You were trained? Oh, really? Do you truly want to be actually trained? So we'll include military training in the future schools for the nation's little ones. You'll like that, won't you? Many people here want to be in the military. You will defend your homeland, and that's what matters. So it's a noble profession, and we will do everything to ensure that you have these values of integrity and patriotism wherever you are. So I can count on you, on your discipline, right? Work. Everyone works well, I hope. All right, I will check with your teachers. Next time you come, I will ask for everyone's report card. I hope everyone has at least the average grade. All right, so congratulations to all of you. Soon it will be the holidays, so keep working hard at school. Work hard, respect your elders, respect your parents, respect your instructors at school. They are your parents, they teach you, they educate you about everything you need to do, and you should respect everyone in everyday life. I can count on you because I say that you will be role models, and you must be role models. You must be exemplary Burkinabe citizens. And when we say Burkinabe, we mean a person of integrity. We do not lie, we do not steal, we do not cheat, we work, we are disciplined. In short, there are many qualities you need to have. I can count on you. I can count on you. Thank you very much, and I am very happy. And so, God willing, we will meet again next time to discuss many other topics that you want. May God bless you, and may God protect our dear homeland. Homeland or death, yes, the homeland or death, that is absolutely it. And we will always, always prevail and triumph.
That's what it is, fellas. I want to know how you feel about this. I mean, Africans used to think that the older you are, the wiser you are. Is this true? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this.